Hello, welcome to the Owl and the Outlook, a news and local stories podcast where the neatest news is unveiled for you. I'm your host, Joy Morgan. Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I am your host, Joy Morgan, and today I'm happy to introduce to you all a Monmouth University professor and professional artist named Kimberly Callis to discuss her project, Discovering the Ecological Self. Throughout history, art and social justice have been united. Between live music shows used to raise funds and awareness for causes, or audio and visual pieces that can draw empathy from the audiences who are exposed to them. Today, we will explore the relationship between people and nature with reference and support of Callis and Discovering the Ecological Self, where she uses art to connect underprivileged youth with the environment. Today, humans are becoming increasingly dissociated from the environment because of urbanization. That's the term for building and constructing towns and facilities that pave over the natural environment. As living beings, we are innately connected to the planet. Yet, in today's society, we have literally constructed barriers between us and the earth. For many, rarely even touching the ground that we share DNA with. A study done by Montreal College shares the psychological benefits of a connected relationship between a person and nature by explaining that nature connections can be beneficial to all humans for reasons like enhanced calmness, spirituality, happiness, improved motor skills, and enlightened intelligence. Today, Callis will share how she used her experience and understanding of the environment manifested through her Sustainability Institute in Maine, and how she aims to connect underprivileged students with the ecosystems, both within themselves and throughout the environment that we live in. Let's hear more about Discovering the Ecological Self from Kimberly Callis herself.
The director is bringing the students in the band.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn Ann, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is so cool, and it's like a beautiful day.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah, we're going to walk to the greenhouse.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to give a little presentation, and then
Oh,
we're going
good.
to, they'll know what they're going to do, and then we're going to walk to the greenhouse and look at the plants and stuff, and we're going to gather some materials.
Great.
And Dr. D and Rebecca are bringing the seaweed.
Oh,
Dr.
okay.
Danishkar?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, now we were talking a little bit about, creating environmental leaders with our Monmouth students. And
Right.
so like you say that's a goal too of the project.
Yeah, oh, that's a big goal of the project. Like that was, like, well, the impetus for it was when I was running the Sustainability Institute, learning that people weren't responding to the data of science, and, the science. They weren't responding to the science. It was really frustrating to do environmental work, and then, it's just so complex and people don't understand it. But I realized that people would certainly protect something that, a stream they fished in, or, something they had a relationship with. And so I started doing projects that to help people build relationship with nature. And as a result of that, understand that they are part of nature, right? They can be effective or certainly reliant upon it,
Absolutely.
this whole back and forth. So I did my own sort of project called Portrait of the Ecological Self. And then out of that, I wanted to make that more of that was an art project, just my own sort of a collection of work. And then I wanted to do something that was part of the public, and it was a social practice piece, Discovering the Ecological Self, where I could take it and do it with groups of people, so that they could gather things from the earth and then make art out of it, develop deeper relationships about it, learn about it. So a lot of the things that I was doing when I was making the artwork myself is I would look at the artwork, I would look at the nature like aesthetically, and look at the patterns and the symbols, but I'd study the symbols behind them and where they were used in culture and history, and what relationship humans had to them. Were they used for food? Were they used in healing? Were they part of religious ceremonies? And I would look at all the science. So like, what's a bee? What's the life cycle of a bee? How do they make honey? That sort of stuff. And so that's now what we're bringing to the students. And so we look up the symbol of the thing, and we look up different artwork that's made that relates to the topics, and then the science people give a lesson, then we make art out of the actual stuff.
Callis believes that an understanding of and physical exposure to nature and the environment can raise environmental caretakers. Discovering the Ecological Self is currently working with students from the Aslan Youth Ministries, where the students are raised in economically depressed areas and unfortunately are more likely to be exposed to environmental hazards. University Wire, along with many other scholarly publications, have released studies realizing that exposure to hazardous pollutants are greater in communities with minorities and members of low socioeconomic status, compared to those with higher status. Hopefully, raising environmental care and connectedness in these students will allow for them to change the environment they live in to be cleaner and greener, while simultaneously caring for the environment within themselves. Thank you all for your attention today, and thank you to Kimberly Callis and the volunteers associated with discovering the ecological self. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Owl and the Outlook.